Tes oke. Dengar gak?
Wih, belum atau ini udah masuk ke stream. Ih, Nora. Hahaha. Halo guys, welcome back to PTC aka PKMN-id Trainer Circuit 2019. Back with me actually Taufik Wiradarmo, who was knocked out in this semi-final by Vega, and of course I'm not alone. We have Guntur Prabowo here. Hello Guntur.
Hi, nice to meet you guys.
Guntur.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, Guntur, one of our most decorated player, but sadly today is not Guntur's day, but of course today is everyone's happy day to shop some Nintendo things, because thanks to our sponsor Pro Indonesia, get your discount on Nintendo items for 10%. Visit the website. You can search Pro Indonesia. We have some cute games. Is this cute?
Kind
of course.
Yeah. For some people.
This kind.
That's definitely cute.
Next,
I like one of those.
Next VGC. But it's okay, of course. Thanks to our media partners as well. Trainer Tower, our number one source for VGC, and of course Pokemon Go Indonesia, who are currently rating for Raiko, I think. But okay, that's all for our sponsors. Of course, powered by Battlefy and organized by PKMN-id. But going to the game, we have Brandon and Vega. What do you think about both of these players?
Yeah, they both show very good performing today. Like Vega has been good in the whole season. She also wins the Showdown League, which is
Showdown League.
For those who don't know, that's a Showdown League for those who doesn't have a 3DS, so it actually have lots of formats. So actually, the Vega showing that she can understand lots of format in the Pokemon game. Brandon here, it's I can honestly say he's a dark horse. He came out 8th in the grand final qualification, but somehow he managed to make a team that bring him here to the grand final.
Yeah, I remember that Brandon also took a brief break in this season, and the last season he managed to cut one tournament, I guess. But Vega is on the other side, is a veteran here,
Yeah.
of course, showing consistent performance for various formats here. But yeah, we're still waiting for the players, and yeah, actually I fought both of them. And what do you think?
I play Vega.
What do you think? Why I lose, man? Why I lose?
Why you
I'm so
lose?
sad, lah. I win against Brandon, but against Vega, yeah, that's Tornadus. What do you think about Tornadus in this format? Because it's rising in popularity, I guess.
Tornadoes actually have a great usage. Say they have a priority tailwind and access to IC win as well. So even though you get the tailwind match, you can make sure that you still outspeed your opponent by IC win. But then again, Tornadoes is known not to have a good offensive unless it's a Z move.
Yeah.
Interestingly, it's paired a lot with Groudon, which is actually counter his Hurricane.
Yep.
So Z move actually really...
Yeah, the Z move helped to bypass the accuracy check also.
Yeah, but then again, outside of that, it's mostly taunt and support Pokemon.
And of course, on the other side, Brandon is bringing Celesteela, which I think we saw some usage of course on the last IC. What do you think about Celesteela in this format?
Celesteela is actually a rising Pokemon. I actually use it to get today, just try to see what it can do. He definitely got the best performance in the NIC win by Wolf Glick. Amazing performance. He even admitted that his team was dragged by Celesteela alone. So yeah, the thing about it, Celesteela doesn't have lots of counter, especially when you pair it with Kyogre, which is blocks completely all the fire move. You have to only worry about the electric, but then again,
there's no many electric.
Yeah, only Tapu Koko, but then again, it's not really.
Yeah, of course, we're still waiting for the player. If the player is okay, we can go. Okay. It seems that the both players are ready, and we're waiting to see the game screen. And I give the okay sign, so that they can pair each other.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Both teams actually very established. Vega used the very infamous Como Xerneas core with the Tornadus and Groudon. You see Groudon and Tornadus in the same team, and then Kangaskhan and Smeargle.
Yeah, and on the other side, Brandon has Mimikyu, Rayquaza, Celesteela, Tapu Koko, Incineroar, and Kyogre. So what do you think about the matchup of these two teams?
The matchup is pretty much Vega have a very difficult time removing the Celesteela unless he can manage to secure his son. On the Brandon side, Yeah, they got Xerneas, but then again they got Celesteela, and then they requires to counter the Como. So I think it's really how they both players can position well their Pokemon.
But that's for our analysis. We're going to the first game of the grand final. Brandon Chandra from Jakarta Barat with 4-0. I think it's not 4-0. I think Brandon Chandra should be 3-1
Yeah,
because
I
Brandon
think-
lost
I think
once.
he
Brandon
lost
lost once. And the other side is Amelia Safitri aka Vega from Kota Bekasi, Jawa Barat. We can see the lead Tapu Koko Incineroar and Amel aka Vega use Kangaskhan and Xerneas. So what do you think about the lead?
Lead is like depends if Tapu Koko got toned or not. Otherwise, Xerneas can freely use Geomancy by Kangaskhan to fake out the Incineroar. Nothing can stop. But no, it could. Tapu Koko can do Z Electric, the worst, or Nature Madness. But then again, the Xerneas have to be worried about it. Again, if you fake out the Tapu Koko, then the Incineroar can fake out the Xerneas. So it's pretty much. I think it's gonna be like a fake out exchange in the first game.
Also, do you want to protect the Xerneas or just maybe? Do you need to protect the Xerneas?
I'll try. I would protect the Xerneas turn 1 and see what they move they can go. Like if I don't protect, if they fake me out and then like the Flare Blitz me or do something about me, so it's gonna be dangerous. I think it's best to scout for the first turn.
But then if you protect the Xerneas, it's better to fake out the Tapu Koko.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can see actually Brandon withdrawing the Incineroar for the Celesteela here, of course, trying to wall the Xerneas, and there's the Megastone from Amelia Safitri, Mega Evolving the Kangaskhan. Is it in Galardex? Let's put that topic aside first, but we can see the fake out going to the Incineroar slot actually, yeah, to prevent but the Xerneas doesn't protect here. We can see what is the
Nitro
Koko doing.
Madness, yeah.
Nitro Madness going to the Xerneas slot, yeah, it made it easier to knock out, especially with the possibility of the Heavy Slam, and there's the Geomancy here. So Xerneas Geomancy, Xerneas be the fastest. What do you think Brandon will do in the next turn?
Brandon is actually in a very good position right now. Xerneas already half of his health, and now Celesteela can easily one-shot it with Heavy Slam. The problem with this is nothing can remove Celesteela immediately, so actually Vega Xerneas is in a very bad position right now.
Yeah, of course, if you have done the Geomancy, you don't really want to switch that out,
Yeah.
but Vega doesn't have her speed control yet also, so Kangaskhan is still slower than Koko.
Yeah. So like, what Brandon can do, what Vega can do is like bring in his Groudon to threaten the Celesteela in the next turn. But then again, Brandon can easily bring Kyogre to counteract that. So it's,
Okay,
it's
we can
really
see
bad position.
Koko is withdrawing for the Incineroar, going to intimidate again the Kangaskhan to a -2 right now. So let's see what Vega will do, because probably Celesteela will. Okay, so there's the Kangaskhan withdrew from Amelia to Como. Como is interesting Pokemon from
That is
Vega's side.
interesting.
Yeah. And there's the Moonblast trying to knock out the Tapu Koko, and the Incineroar is pretty bulky with 19 HP left, and there's the Pinch Berry going to restore it to above half. And this is the heavy. No, it's not heavy slam. So, do you think that the Brandon predicted protect from Xerneas?
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe for Vega to protect in terms of Brandon predicting him to protect. So at least he got something out of his turn. Even though Vega didn't protect, the Celesteela cannot be knocked out in that turn anyway. So it's pretty much safe play for Brandon.
But then we have Como. Do you think that Como is good in this matchup? Because Como still cannot hit Celesteela except if it has Flamethrower.
Yes, it's true. Unless now it can double to Celesteela with the Moonblast and Focus Blast,
Okay.
providing it hits.
How many damage usually boosted Xerneas deal to Celesteela? I think it's
around
still
50%. Yeah.
less or more than 50.
Yeah, less or more than 50. Now Xerneas protect.
Yeah, Xerneas protected here, not trying to boost the Como maybe, or trying to
Yeah.
protect the fake out, but the fake out actually goes to the Como slot, and Como cannot move. The Heavy Slam going to the Xerneas slot, but then right now Celesteela is free to target the Xerneas slot with Heavy Slam next turn.
Yeah, that's pretty safe play for Brandon. He fake out the Como, and Xerneas, even though he knocked out the Incineroar, it doesn't really matter because Xerneas knocked out, and the Como itself cannot really touch Celesteela, and don't forget, Brandon still have Tapu Koko at the back who can still easily knock out Como.
Yeah, of course, with the fairy attack possibly
Yeah.
dazzling gleam. And of course, Como is also seeded. Celesteela is staying strong with full HP still. Let's see what Amelia is gonna do. We can see a Moonblast trying to knock out the Incineroar. It should knock it out from the previous damage calculation, but then we can see what Como is going to do. It's going to the dance, which we have not seen for a long time here.
That's really interesting. I really like this move back in 2018. All that Gengar, Tapu Bulu, Como is really interesting. Actually, what Vega did here is really smart. He makes sure that the Z move is single target, so at least he can chip a lot of to the Celesteela. Hopefully, he can finish it in the next turn or so.
Okay, let's see how much damage it is dealing here. Okay, that's kind of maybe 35%.
That's pretty much heavily defensive, special defensive Celesteela. We see that.
Yeah, and that's the +1 boost for all stat from Como. But then there's the Heavy Slam, going to knock out the boosted Xerneas and say goodbye. But then does Como have a flamethrower or something?
Yeah.
But Brandon still have the possibility of a Kyogre in the back.
Oh, see the attack rose, so it doesn't really matter about the special defense.
Oh, what? The attack rose?
The attack rose.
So that's...
It's same as like Wolf Glick also used the Adamant Celesteela with the attack boost.
Interesting. Okay, let's see what Pokemon is gonna... So, Amelia still have a Kangaskhan and also something in the back. And there's the Kangaskhan sent out by Vega here.
Probably Tapu Koko will come in now. Yeah.
Yup. If I recall correctly, the only way for Como to touch Coco is Poison Jab, right?
Yeah. Poison Jab. But I'm not sure is Vega have it or Amelia have it, because like normally the common way this team uses like the Como have a substitute and Focus Blast instead of Poison Jab and Flamethrower. So we'll see.
So Zero is Protect, Focus Blast, Clanging Skills, and Subs.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting because it's been a while since we have Como on stream, of course.
Yes.
And I hope that YouTube won't block the video because of the Z-move animation.
Cool. Actually, this two team is really well performed in the North American International. Of course, Brandon's team is similar to Wolf, except the Mimikyu for Gengar, which is win. But Amelia Safitri's team is used by Carl Livinghouse, who managed to get top 8 at the NIC and secure his data in the first Worlds invite.
We can see that Electro slowing down the Kang a bit, but then there's the double edge going to Coco slot.
Yeah.
It is not intimidated, but still not enough. And actually, Celesteela target the right Pokemon there because the Como is protecting, and now both Como and of course the Kangaskhan are leech seeded, so Celesteela is gonna eat that much of HP, fresh press HP.
This is actually an interesting position here. If the Tapu Koko gets knocked out, providing none of the Kangaskhan and Como knock out, it forces Brandon to bring his Kyogre, assuming he get Kyogre in the back. So that means that Amelia will have a full control of the weather, and that should wins the Amelia the game. But we'll see. Now Tapu Koko is a little bit health.
I see. Because when if either Coco and Vega's Pokemon knock out, Brandon will send out his Pokemon first because of the speed of Coco.
Yeah.
Okay, we can see that it's actually indeed Kyogre. So yeah,
it's indeed Kyogre.
Brandon chose to send out the Kyogre first when Amelia still might have the Groudon in the back. We can see that it is the primal, the phase of the PTC19, of course 16 too, but now we have some new phase like Como and of course Celesteela as well. We can see Kangaskhan is being withdrawn.
Oh, very nice play by Amelia.
Okay, so that's the Groudon here. Because of the speed, Tapu Koko is faster than the Kangaskhan, so Kyogre is sent in first, then set the rain first, then the Groudon came and set up the sun, so the weather is now sunny. Kyogre cannot do any water move.
Depends on what Como. Oh, the Como do Focus Blast.
Okay, so how much the Focus Blast do?
It's a +1 Focus Blast. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. That's a very Celesteela.
But is Celesteela able to knock out the Como? That's the question.
I'm not really sure about that. Como also have a +1 special defense. Sorry,
defense.
+1.
But the Celesteela is on +1 attack as well. So
yeah.
So actually, Como is a bit light in his weight.
Yeah.
So we can see that another attack boost for the Celesteela. But then now there's Kangaskhan Groudon, the last two. Meanwhile, Brandon still have Coco in the back, but you have to take out the Kyogre, right?
Yeah, they got the Kyogre. Now his Kyogre just needs to switch out, and even though the Tapu Koko can knock out and is switched in, Kyogre is still in the full health, can bring back the rain back. Nothing really Amelia can do about it, unless the Groudon is faster, but I heard the Groudon is the special Groudon, so it's not really good against Kyogre.
And we can see that Tapu Koko is being switched in for the Kyogre because Brandon of course want that rain to be up for the end of the game, and Celesteela protected itself, doesn't want to get erupted. There's a bite!
Oh, he's fishing for flinch. Okay, so this is eruption.
Yeah.
Oh, so actually there's still a hope a little bit maybe? Providing that the Kyogres keep flinching from bite?
Oh yeah, that's why people using bite instead of crunch even with the BP, because there's a double flinch, double chance because of the kid biting.
Approximately 60% chance of flinching when you bite. But then again, Precipice Blaze is 85% and you miss some of them, so 60% is not really good in the world of Pokemon, is it?
Yeah, but we can see that the fastest Pokemon should be Kangaskhan. Is it Kangaskhan?
Kangaskhan should be the fastest on the field. It depends. If it's a special Groudon and it's supposed to be timid, so it's a max speed Groudon, obviously it's going to be outspeeding the Kyogre.
The Kyogre choose to protect. And let's see what the Celesteela is gonna do, because Celesteela is pretty much safe because there's no fire attack and he can just keep leech seeding.
Yes.
That's actually really smart from Brandon, that double target. Oh, it's actually
it can knock out the Kangaskhan in this attack round.
Oh yeah, because it's +2 and half. So Celesteela is actually playing really good game, carrying Brandon in this first game, and Groudon, even though Groudon is faster, it can only use Earth Power. Meanwhile, Kyogre has really good special defense as base stats, so the first game seems like Brandon's to take here.
Brandon also positioned the Kyogres very well. He knew when to bring and when to bring out the Kyogre opposed to the Vegas Groudon, yeah.
But we also have what kind of adjustment from Vega do you think that Vega can make? Like, is Como needed there?
Como is good, as you can see. It's good to knock out the Celesteela. But I'm not sure if you have to choose Xerneas and Como. I think the most adjustment is like not to Geomancy in turn 1 like that, knowing that easily Celesteela can come in.
I think so. That was a really good play from Brandon, trying to just wall the Geomancy Celesteela there. Oh, the Geomancy Xerneas, of course. If Celesteela can Geomancy, I don't know what to do anymore. I will stop playing PGC. But then both players has chosen, so that's it. This is the second game. Might be the last game if Brandon wins this, or Amelia might take it to the third game and last game of PTC19. We can see Brandon on your left side of the screen, meanwhile Amelia playing as Hashegi on your right side of the screen. There's Kangaskhan and Como. Meanwhile, Brandon is going to send out Incineroar and Tapu Koko. Another fake out pressure here.
Another fake out and another setup Pokemon from Amelia's side. But now then again, this Como right now is easily get knocked out by Dazzling Gleam.
So Kangaskhan had to fake out the...
It kinda have to protect, but either way, Como is not really great precision. Knowing Tapu Koko is still gonna be faster than any of them.
So do you want to fake out and just set up first turn, but probably Incineroar gonna fake out the Como as well.
The best play for Incineroar, yes, is to fake out the Como, because even though even the Kangaskhan fake out Tapu Koko, if you fake out the Como, then the Como is denied for the setup. Then next turn, Tapu Koko is still faster. If Kangaskhan fake out the Incineroar, Tapu Koko can just Dazzling Gleam and knock out the Como. So yeah, this is a really hard position for Amelia for what she chooses to start.
So it seems that Brandon are winning the lead or the first turn, like by the lead positioning or the lead choice here, but we can see that there's no switch out for both players. We can see another Mega Kangaskhan here throwing out the kid to the battlefield. Also we can see fake out, so Kangaskhan doesn't choose to fake out there. Oh, Electro Web. So actually Brandon chose to lower down the speed from both Como and Kangaskhan. This is interesting, and this crit, so dealing a bit more damage to the Como side. let's see, Kangaskhan didn't protect, so it has double edge, but it is intimidated, and we have seen before that it won't knock out the Tapu Koko.
It won't knock out. It's a really weak Tapu Koko, even though from -1 Kangaskhan. Usually it's almost knock it out, but this one's almost just like 50% damage.
So now Koko is free to do the Dazzling Gleam without any.
Yeah, that's true. Unless now Amelia can. I think Amelia is playing a little bit bold last turn, because Koko can easily Dazzling Gleam with that turn, but he kind of expect Brandon predict the protect from Como, so he just do the Ultra Wipe instead.
Interesting, because but now Amelia's Pokemon of course is both slower even without the Electro Wave, but there's Groudon here going to maybe wall an electric attack from the Tapu Koko, but Tapu Koko still might have a fairy attack. There's the Groudon, the primal Groudon phase of this format. We can see there's the Desolate Lane activating the harsh sunlight, so no water attack will do. But is it a switch to Kyogre? No, it's actually a switch to Celesteela here. Of course, Celesteela is not. There's the full switch going to the slot of the Kangaskhan, but there's the Groudon tanking up the full switch. So what do you think about this positioning?
Okay, so now Como is free to
switch to
set up, yeah. But then again, Celesteela can just easily leech seed, providing Tapu Koko. I was actually wondering why Tapu Koko hasn't do Dazzling Gleam at all this turn.
Maybe Tapu Koko doesn't have Dazzling Gleam.
That could be a possibility. Then it's very good news for Amelia that way.
Yeah, I think also Amelia take that into consideration. Like he's being bold with the Como also. She might predict that Tapu Koko doesn't have Dazzling Gleam at all.
Yeah.
As we can see, it has maybe Protect or Electro Wave, and of course
Kyogre should come in now.
Yeah, Kyogre of course trying to put out the fire, which might be erupted by the Primal Groudon. We can see here Primal Kyogre with the Alpha symbol over there. Gonna set up the Harsh Rain. It's not Harsh Rain. What is it? What is it called?
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain.
Yeah,
but the ground is being
play,
with Amelia of course want to preserve that as well, and probably just risking a leech seed. And now
the get the boosted. He get the chip damage from the Z move, and then if referring to the last game, Focus Blast can easily knock out Celesteela from that range.
So who has higher how many is Como's base speed?
Como, I think it's 85.
85?
Yes.
But
if I remember correctly.
Okay, but the problem is the Como is on -1 speed.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter the boost. It doesn't get the speed boost, basically.
So Kyogre might be still faster, but then there's still the substitute there. And of course the fake out also too.
It depends if Kyogre is max speed. Usually Kyogre is modest or not even like making a bulkier. Looking by the hit points, the Kyogres might be slow but bulky. Not really that slow, but definitely bulky. So definitely not gonna be max speed. And so Como could be potentially still be faster than Kyogre.
Celesteela just doing Celesteela things.
What Celesteela do best.
And there's Kangaskhan. Which one to fake out, do you think, in this turn? Or do you just go bold like double edge the Kyogre to knock it out?
It doesn't really have a drawback from double edge the Kyogre, because it's gonna be slower anyway, and from that range it should knock it out. But then again, Brennan can easily protect. So what's best for Brennan do is like protect the Celesteela, get another seed from Kangaskhan, or what Amelia can do is just do the Kangling Blaze or Focus Blast to the
Celesteela.
Yeah, and bring Groudon back. But apparently it's not doing that.
It's going to the Tapu Koko.
Yeah.
So there's no Intimidate from the Kang. Well, let's see what the Kang's gonna do. There's the Protect from the Celesteela.
If it's a double edge, it's gonna be very interesting. Yeah, there is the double edge. We'll see if it's knocking Tapu Koko out.
It should knock it out because it's not intimidated.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, there's the first knockout on Brandon's side. Amelia still have 4 Pokemon. Kangs can just deal with it. There's the Clanging Scales. Of course, it is still resisted. So why do you think that Amelia chose to do Clanging Scales instead of just Focus Blast?
Say that if the Incineroar comes in, you get to intimidate the Kangaskhan, will survive the double edge. You can still knock out the Incineroar when it comes in as well. So it kind of covers everything. The Heavy Slam won't knock out to the substitute anyway, so nothing can really threaten the Como. It's really safe for Como that way.
Okay, we can see that Intimidate going. Oh, the Komo is not intimidated because it's behind Substitute.
But doesn't really matter, knowing that
Yeah.
we only use special move.
He only use special move, but Celesteela might have a wide guard as well. So Clang, I think Amelia should be a bit careful with the Clang skills.
Yes. If it's based on a wolf theme, then it gotta be wide guard. But I don't know. I heard Brendan said that he built his own team. He just accidentally end up with the same 5.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe Brendan is as great as Wolfie.
Oh, well, actually, it's a really good core. Like, that core is actually used by Yoko Taguma and myself in the regional Malaysia. Except for the Mimikyu slot is changed into a Crobat and the Celesteela is a Ferrothorn. So it's a pretty much...
Oh, that's the focus blast. So
that's the focus
there's
blast.
no fake out from the Incineroar, and now Heavy Slam trying to knock out the Substitute here, and yeah, there's the Crowdon switch in for the Kang. Set up the Sun again. Oh, but there's the Snarl coming in. Wow.
We'll see that the focus blast missed to Incineroar. That's really unfortunate for Amelia.
Because it surely will knock it out.
Will surely
because this is a berry. This is a berry.
Yeah.
And now Komo is back on neutral attack, neutral speed. Groudon minus special attack, and it's a special Groudon.
Take a special Groudon, and the Kyogre can just switch it easily switched into block the fire type to the Celesteela. But then again, it's a mind game because the previous turn Groudon just switch it out, and then put Kyogre in a bad position. If it's so it's kind of a mind game. Interestingly, sometimes maybe Vega can play bold and then just like eruption at this turn, which Groudon will be fastest, obviously. We'll see what Amelia can do. It's all the mind games right now. Whether to take out...
or maybe Groudon Earth Power to Incineroar slot, because that's kind of safe, I think.
That's kind of safe, yeah.
But won't deal that much damage. And there's the Kyogre switching in again for the Incineroar, trying to set up the Heavy Rain again with the Primordial Seed. Doesn't want to lose to Groudon. And there's the Clanging skills. No Wide Guard from Celesteela. Let's see how many damage it deals to Kyogre. Oh no, but they're so small and the defense fell. And there's the Earth Power to the Incineroar slot, as we discussed. We were trying to knock out the Incineroar, but then there's...
This could knock it out.
But it's +1. Oh,
it's
still
-1
not enough.
defense.
Oh, so it's neutral again.
It's
neutral defense again.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Celesteela is really a formidable opponent for Amelia here.
Amelia put a very risky move back then by not protecting the Komo.
Yeah.
I don't know. At least he can subs if he's afraid of protecting.
Yeah, he still can sub.
Because it is easily knocked it out by the Celesteela that way.
Yeah,
so yeah, the bold move sometimes pay off, sometimes doesn't. Now the Xerneas facing the Celesteela with a +1 attack.
Oh no.
Fortunately for Amelia, he can still reset the Sun because he can still get Kangaskhan at the back. But we'll see.
And I think she has to do it because Groudon is -1 anyway, so it cannot really deal any damage with the Earth Power, especially to Celesteela.
Unless what he can do, he can sack the Xerneas, he Moonblast the Kyogre slot, remove the rain, and the eruption can go.
Okay, so actually still chose to switch out. That's maybe a more safer play. Kangaskhan bring the fake out pressure again, but then Kyogre is also being taken back by Brandon. There's the Incineroar with the timing. So actually the Groudon is faster indeed than the bulky Kyogre, and the Kangaskhan sadly got intimidated again.
Yeah.
I think there's a problem. That's a problem.
She just played safe.
Yeah, the Xerneas cannot do Geomancy because of the Heavy Slam threat.
Exactly.
Oh, the Xerneas can try to do Geomancy in this turn if the Kang
get the fake out.
Yeah, if the Kang fake out the Celesteela, but then Incineroar can still fake out anyway. Or Incineroar can just do Snarl maybe.
And remember that Xerneas has already used Protect the last turn, so he can't Protect now.
And Kangaskhan cannot knock out the Celesteela, so if Celesteela can have his Slam, so the best bet if a fake, I think. Do you want to switch in switch in Groudon on Xerneas slot to tank up the Slam?
I would do that. That's a good player for Vega. Oh no.
Okay, she didn't do it. Now the fake out going to the Celesteela slot. Let's see whether the Incineroar is going to fake out the Xerneas slot. And yeah, there's the fake out, boys, going to the Xerneas slot. So just trading fake out. Pokemon didn't protect, but then there's right now Xerneas can still protect, but Celesteela can still knock out the Kang.
Celestial threat knockout to both of these Pokemon right now. Unless the Xerneas protect and the Kangaskhan switch to Groudon.
But Xerneas protected, but there's no switch to Groudon. So let's see. So the Celesteela is faster than.
Yeah, Celesteela is faster than the Incineroar.
Oh, Incineroar. Oh, what
the Kangaskhan do?
Roar?
It could be Roar.
Roar?
Yes, gotta be Roar.
But why do you want to Roar? Is it to remove the attack boost? But I think even without the attack boost, it's still.
No, looking at this position is now the Kangaskhan can freely bring Quick Switch and Groudon, and Xerneas can just easily Geomancy up. Nothing's threatened. And then the next turn, if the Kyogre even comes in the next turn, it's easily dazzling gleam range damage, and then it can remove the water immediately.
So there's the Roar Kang, actually the attack.
That's the very good use of Roar.
Okay, so Incineroar might have Roar.
Incineroar might have Roar, might not. Mostly nowadays they don't. Usually they got a U-turn, Snarl.
Yeah, but Incineroar still have Snarl too.
Flare Blitz, so I'm not sure there's a Roar there.
So what do you want to do with the Incineroar? Okay, there's the Kang, the Groudon coming in, so it should be a Geomancy.
Should be a Geomancy now. What I would do is easily safely is Flare Blitz to Xerneas and Ice Beam.
Yeah, if Brandon predicted the Groudon switch in, but just do.
It's still fine. It's still fine.
Oh, there's Geomancy, but let's see
let's see if it's gonna be Roar. If it's gonna be Roar, I think it's a very hard position for Vega to come back there.
But if it's now, will the combination of Gleam and Eruption will knock out the?
Oh, definitely.
Celesteela.
Definitely.
Oh, because the base power of Eruption is really good.
It's gonna be single target anyway, even though it's -1. Oh no, it's not even a full health. But from what I heard, Amelia got overheat as well.
Oh, that's a nice issue or ghost ship right there. We can see whether it has overheat or not. Yeah, we only have seen Earth Power. I think we haven't seen Eruption yet. It's just because we watched the previous stream, of course, and some of us also faced her.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, in the group stage, Vega also faced Brandon, and Vega lost. 1-2 is it in the first round?
Yeah.
And it seems that Brandon is still trying to use that advantage, that mental advantage, because he won against Vega in the group stage here. So, Gleam Eruption?
I would Gleam. Either Gleam. Oh.
Vega chose to withdraw.
I would Gleam Eruption or Gleam Overheat, but this is interesting move.
Is it Protect Xerneas? No, it's Moonblast. Why?
No, I'm not really sure what she's trying to do there. Now she's threatening the Xerneas to get knocked out easily by that.
And now the Kyogre is still intact.
Kyogre is still there. The Amelia cannot switch in his Groudon back in, so the winner control is in Brandon's side. That should be it.
I think there's another Roar from Kang.
There's not. Yeah,
there's another Roar. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no, really bad for Amelia aka Vega there.
It's 3 against 1, and it's a special Groudon against almost well, not full health Kyogre. It still has a hope, glimmer of hope. See that if the Earth Power knock out the Kyogre.
So the first thing is Brandon has to knock out the.
I'll be Earth powering the Incineroar slot.
Yeah, Earth powering the Incineroar, because even if the Incineroar switch out, then it will knock out the Kyogre.
It will knock out the Kyogre.
And Celesteela cannot really do damage to Groudon except but the Leech Seed is there.
It's the Leech Seed
but
there.
The key is just to knock out the Kyogre. If the Kyogre is out, then Groudon is good again.
Groudon is good again. So it's not that game over yet for.
Oh,
Eruption.
A bold move. So no Incineroar fake out. So Groudon can easily target the Kyogre
now, yeah. No, but it's not. But the Kyogre have really low health already. Wondering with the Earth Power. The question is, if the Earth Power one-shot the Kyogre, then it's pretty much done. Because Incineroar can't touch Groudon either, but it can neuter Groudon by keep snarling.
Yeah. Thank God I didn't say that it is Brandon's win. And yet because seems that Amelia still has that fighting chance here.
Yeah.
Groudon has been proven to be faster than Brandon's Kyogre, so Earth Power will knock it. Yeah, I think
yeah.
you want to bait the protect
He
from
bet
Kyogre.
the Kyogre. Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
yeah.
That's really
Oh,
good
yeah.
play. Yeah.
But do you want to try for double protect next turn? I think that's
the best play for Brandon.
Yeah.
Doesn't really lose anything, even if
yeah
because
if
if it's knocked out, then yeah, the Groudon is faster anyway, so it doesn't matter if the protect fails or not.
but it doesn't. It doesn't double protect, and will it knock it out?
Oh,
Yeah, so this is interesting.
Oh my God, it's really interesting final. It's back and forth.
So do you want to keep snarling, or do you want to flare? Oh, but Flare Blitz has
It's not
recoil.
very
Yeah,
effective and
recoil.
you get a recall. Snarling is the best, and if I remember correctly, it's a berry Incineroar, right?
Oh, so the berry has not been activated yet?
I'm not sure the berry has been activated.
Okay, that's a -2 Earth Power to the Incineroar. A crit might give it a game,
crit
but
might
no
game.
crit yet. And the snarl damage is actually pretty good.
That's really good for cheap damage.
Surprisingly pretty good.
Now it's
It seems that both player doesn't want to lose your time here, and there's the Earth Power. Oh, for HP. Where's the berry, boys? Where's the berry?
The berry is procced.
There's the berry, going back to 104 health. The snarl with seems like it's 8-hit KO. That's a pretty decent snarl.
But you cannot forget one thing that can change the game in Pokemon.
A
critical hit.
Crit. Okay. Can we bet for the crit? Earth Power. You know what I'm saying? Special defense drop. Special defense drop.
Still
No, there's the snarl. So it is
and the
-4.
snarl never miss. But then Amelia can get another.
So the best bet is to if Brandon player blitz, then he will lose because of the recoil, right?
Nah, if the Flare Blitz knock out both Pokemon, the user will survive. Will win.
Okay. Wait, who won? Will it knock it out?
Brandon will win.
Okay. Is it? Oh, the Brandon still survives here.
Yeah.
Oh, it even still survives. So
Even if it still
congratulations to
survive.
Brandon Chandra from Jakarta Barat, DKI Jakarta, going 2-1 in the Swiss round, being beaten by me, the caster Piku, aka Taufik Wiradarmo, and right now is on the grand final beating Vega 2-0. Just right. So what do you think? Why Brandon can put such a really commanding performance against Vega?
The Celesteela put a lot of work. Celesteela need lots of attention from Vega's team, and there's not easy Pokemon to knock out. Knowing that Kyogre is back, and knowing the only way to remove Celesteela from the team is Groudon, which is easily countered by Kyogre.
And it seems that the positioning of the Kyogre from Brandon is really good here.
Yeah, I think there's one turn that Vega missed the opportunity to win. It's when he switched out the Groudon into Kangaskhan, but he can easily just Dazzling Gleam and Eruption.
Yeah, Gleam Eruption.
If Vega would do that, then it's 90% Vega is gonna win. But it's a Pokemon. You can make a wrong move. You can think something else. You can predict differently. It's just like how you choose. It depends on how the opponents react as well.
Yeah, because we've bought on the player seat as well, so we understand that kind of pressure, that kind of mind games.
Mind games, yeah.
Yeah, and there's congratulations, of course, to Vega as well for taking the runner-up, and yeah. I think we have.
Interestingly, if you notice that Brandon is the 8th seed coming to the grand final, and now he coming to, and the first seed is actually number 8 in the grand final. So
you're the first seed, yeah! Congratulations, Guntur.
So it's a switch position from the grand final.
Triple GWP, good game, Guntur. Well played. I think that's all.
That's all. Nonetheless, it's a great
we will have an interview for both the runner-up, I guess. First we're gonna invite the runner-up, and then we're gonna invite the.
Yeah, they both deserve to say something in a very interesting way of thought.
And of course, stay tuned. Thanks to our sponsors. That's a really good game. Celesteela is the play. Celesteela is the call.
Celesteela is the call. He win 2 nationals in 2 weeks in a row. Well, one of course international. This one is not official nationals, but still is a circuit that grinding player from the whole year culminating in this point. So a good play for Brandon. Congratulations for him to take out the Indonesian's top spot.
Then okay, cameraman please.